Hi friends, welcome back. And this is the last demo session. We have already done a couple of sessions actually, and we have seen some basics of cloud computing there. And today we'll just try to do some demos actually. We'll just try to do some practicals so that you can see how things will be working in cloud. Okay. And people who join the session for today, we have already done 2 sessions there. You can take the recorded sessions from the management and you can just go through these recorded sessions once. Okay, so we have not yet started any regular classes. We have done with only couple of basic sessions, the demo sessions. Okay, and like I said, today is our last and final demo session. So from tomorrow, they will change your link. Okay, fine. So let me just do a small revision what exactly we did in our previous couple of demos. And rules will be same actually. If you have any questions, any doubts, you can easily, ping me in the chat box. You can send a text in the chat box. I'll come to your question at the earliest. And if you want to talk to me directly, you can unmute yourself at the end of the session. You can talk to me and you can, have some discussion on that particular topic. Okay, so not only for today and yesterday and tomorrow, these rules will be same till the end of our course. Fine, they will simply make the sessions more interactive. If the sessions are more interactive, it will be more interesting and we can just go deep into the topic. Okay, friends. Now, so what we did yesterday and before yesterday, see here. This was the major topic we have discussed yesterday, right? We saw where we can store our data and where we can, run our applications. So these 2 examples are more than enough for you to understand what exactly is cloud computing, right? So where we can store the data, we can store data in our local hard disk or we can store data over the Google Drive. Or in Amazon, we have something called S3 service, simple storage service. Okay, so data can be stored within the local server or data can be stored over the cloud. So what is better here? Data that is stored over the cloud is much better compared to data which is there within our company, right? Security wise, flexibility wise, okay, and storage capacity wise, in every way, storage, the data that is there over the cloud has more advantages compared to data which is there within our company. Okay, fine. If you go with your applications, remember applications, where we run applications and what exactly we have to do to run applications. This was the thing we have discussed, right? See what we do here, friends. To run any application, actually, see, as a user, you are connected obviously to some application. And what is the application? Anything that you connect over the internet. It can be an email server or a web server or any, media streaming app or food delivering application, whatever. Whenever you connect to your internet, you're literally connecting to some application. By using your mobile phone or by using your laptop or desktop, you're connecting to some application. So what we tried to understand yesterday was, when you connect to the application, we are using application. Okay, that is well and good. But who is maintaining this application? Where exactly this application is running? What exactly is happening in the backend? Now, the cloud engineers or server administrators or the network administrators are the people who will be managing this application there. So what is the responsibility? Actually, the responsibility of cloud administrators or cloud engineers or, the server administrators and the network administrators and the security administrators and all those things. Their responsibility is actually to manage the server operating system and the server hardware. That is their major responsibility. So they have to take many server machines there. Server machine is similar to your desktop machine, right? With more hardware capabilities. That's the only major difference actually. Okay, so they have to take a server machine and on top of the server machine, they have to install a server operating system. It can be Windows server or it can be Linux server. It doesn't matter. Any one operating system. And then, they can run the application. So the major problem, if I say problem, I'm not wrong actually here. The major problem for any company is actually buying this server operating systems and server hardware, especially server hardware, my friend. Server hardware will be too costly for any company. See, 1 server, 2 servers, 5 servers, 10 servers, we will not see this many servers in a company. We will see tens and hundreds and thousands of servers. So if you go and do the calculation about the costing and of costing and pricing of these servers, it will be some thousands or even lakhs of dollars. Actually in Indian currency it will be lakhs or crores and crores of Indian rupees. So the problem is at the base itself. Taking a physical server is not so easy. Taking a physical server, we have to spend a lot of money. Okay, now instead of taking this physical server from a company like IBM, whenever you take any laptop, you take a laptop from so and so company, right? Let's say IBM, HP, Dell, Toshiba, Lenovo. These are very famous companies that manufacture your laptops. Friends, these are the same companies actually that manufacture your servers. Okay, in coming classes I'll go a bit more deep into these servers actually, so that you can understand the server concepts very well. But as of now, servers are the devices which are manufactured by the same companies that manufacture your laptops or maybe desktop also actually. Okay, so instead of taking servers from these companies, what we can do, we can simply go to a cloud provider like Amazon. We can go to Amazon and we can say, I need 100 servers, or I need 1,000 server, I need hundreds of thousands, whatever. So you can go to cloud provider and you can say, I need 1,000 servers. So within next 10-15 minutes actually, let's say maximum next 10 minutes, AWS people, Amazon Web Services people, which is a cloud provider, they will offer me all the 1,000 servers. They will provide me all the 1,000 servers. So what I can do by using these servers will be there with their server hardware and server operating system. So within 10 minutes, I'll be getting all the 1,000 or whatever number of servers we need. Then what we can do, friends, we can simply run our application. Our business has started now. We can simply run the application and our business has simply started. This is the concept of cloud computing here, my friend, right? So instead of taking physical servers, instead of taking server operating system, DVDs and all those things, we can simply go to the cloud provider. They are offering everything to us. Whatever servers with whatever configuration, whichever operating system, the latest version, whatever operating system is available in the market, they will provide you everything. We can simply run the application there. Okay, now what I'll do now is I'll show you how I can take a server from the Amazon people, then how I can take the operating system from them, and on top of this particular operating system, how I can install a application. I'll make a web server for you actually now. Okay, so I'll take a server from them, I'll take the operating system also, and then I'll install my application there. So I will be connecting to Amazon data centers. Amazon people have data centers in many locations. Like in India, we have locations in Mumbai and Hyderabad. These are the two places where Amazon people have huge data center. See, when I say data center, actually, data center is a place where we have multiple devices. Let me just show you the data center again, just to make sure, how big these data centers are. Inside the data center, it will be something like this. Can you see? These are the Amazon data centers, and what you see, the frames actually, left side and right side, these are actually known as racks, R-A-C-K, rack. And what this racks contains, servers and storage in all the devices. Whatever devices we need to run an application, everything is here. So this data center belongs to which company? Amazon company. Okay. How big can be this data center? The size of this data center can be, have you ever saw the football ground actually? I'm not talking about the football ground that you may have seen in school, college, or somewhere in your locality. This is a actual football ground here, my friend. The total size of this football ground will be around 1.2 to 1.5 acre. I hope you know how much is a acre actually. At least you heard about that particular calculation, 1 acre of land, something like this, right? So this is how much? This is around 1.2 to 1.5 acre. One football ground, the actual football ground where the international matches will be played. The data center size can be 40, 50, 30, 70 acres. Too big to imagine, my friend, actually. If you go and see AWS data center, see the size of these data centers, man. The data center size can be bigger than, 15, 20, 30 football grounds. The size can be like 40 acres. The data center can spread in how many acres? 40 acres or 50 acres or 70 acres of land. So such a big data center is there with Amazon. See here, my friend, this data center is available somewhere. This is not the complete image. This is only one part. This is not a 360-degree photo actually. This is only one part of that particular data center. And what you see here, this black color ones, these are known as racks. How many servers are there in this rack actually? So this is one rack here. In this rack, all these are servers. Maybe like say 25, 30 servers are easily available here. So Amazon people have all these data centers located in multiple locations. Okay. And what these data centers will do, these data centers will provide you these services. Just a second, please. Okay. For example, see, if I go here, I have many data centers and I'm connected to the Mumbai data center. Where I'm connected? Mumbai. Okay, let me do one more thing. Instead of connecting to Mumbai, I'll just connect to Sydney. Sydney is very far from India, right? Sydney is in Australia. The distance can be approximately, let's say 14,000 or 12,000 or 14,000 kilometers. So Sydney is so far. I'm sitting in Hyderabad. I have connected to Sydney data center and I will run a web server in Sydney data center. So what I need to run a web server, first of all, I need a physical server. Or I can say I need a server with so and so resources like RAM, hard disk, NIC card, CPU. I need all these resources. Then what I need here, friends? I need an operating system, server operating system. Then on top of this, I can install the application. So how I can take these things? I can take these things in two ways. One is, let me just write it down here for clear understanding. One way is I can, buy everything. The second one is, let's say in a general terminology, I can take this on rent. For example, if you want to buy a house, how much money you need to spend? Obviously some lakhs of rupees. But if you want to take a house on rent, maybe in 10,000 you can take a good house, like 2 BHK easily you can take somewhere in Hyderabad in 10,000 rupees. But can you buy a house in 10,000 rupees? Even 10 lakh rupees? No, right? So one is you need to buy, another one is you need to rent. Rent is your cloud computing. Means we can simply take these servers on rent and we can pay some money every month. So renting will be much more easier for any XYZ person compared to buying a home, right? Now let me just go and take a server on rent. See, I'm not explaining any of the services what you can see here. I'm not explaining what is AWS health. I'm not explaining what is its cost and usage. I'm not explaining anything here. I'm not going through all these regions or services and each and everything here. My aim today is just to show you how I can take a server and how I can run an application. Explaining all these things will take another 40-50 days, my friend. That is our course. The topics that we have in our course, it will take around 45 to 50 days. Okay, so please don't mind that I'm skipping some topics and skipping some options. This is just a demo session, right? Okay, fine. So let me just go to this option, like say EC2. This is the most important service we have in cloud. It is called EC2, Elastic Cloud Compute. The most important service we have on the cloud is EC2. So EC2 is actually a virtual server. So let me just name it as test.
So from where we came here, can you
Web.
please show us once again?
Okay, if you have a AWS account, you can simply log in there. Okay, and here it will show you some recently visited services. But if your account is a new account, just go to search and say EC2. It will take you to this particular service. Okay, then I can click on this launch instance. Launch instance means launch a virtual server. So let's say test web server. So where I'm creating test web server here, friends, can you see I have already selected Sydney here. So AWS people have data centers in multiple locations. Just for practical purpose, I have selected Sydney region. Okay, so test web server. If I come down here, I can see something called AMI's Amazon Machine Image. That is your operating system. So there are different operating systems available here, friends. I'll go with the Linux operating system. Linux operating system that is developed by Amazon people. We have Ubuntu also. We have Red Hat also. If you have any basic idea of computers also, there is something called Red Hat Linux, right? Can you see here? There is Red Hat Linux here. Ubuntu. Maybe you heard about Mac OS also, Microsoft Windows servers also, and there is something called Amazon Linux. We have many more options actually. We'll see in coming classes. But as of now, let me just select a operating system. So I have selected Amazon Linux operating system here. Go to instance type here. There is something called T2 micro. I'll be selecting the T2 micro. Don't worry about all these things. It will take at least one class for me to explain about this AMIs and T2 micro. So it's a very lengthy topic, but I'm just trying to summarize everything here. Now coming to key pair here, again, a very important part of our configuration, key pair, network setting. I'll just go to this edit option here. I'll select something called VPC, another very important service here. I'll go with the public subnet, something like public subnet, and then let me just check it once. Yeah, I have something configured here, so I'll go with this. This is actually your firewall. Remember I told you AWS is a course where you will be dealing with multiple modules. So once you get a job in a company on cloud, your responsibility can be only on firewalls. You're not worried about anything else, or maybe your responsibility is something on storage. So in coming classes, firewall will take 3 classes actually, storage will take around 1 week, at least 4 or maximum 5 classes it will take. Okay, so like this we have all these things to learn. Okay, so as of now I'm just selecting some firewall there, and coming to storage I'm selecting some 8 GB storage, 8 GB hard disk for my server. Okay, 8 GB is too less, right? But for practical purpose, as of now that is sufficient. If you want to take 8,000 GB, you can take 8,000 GB. Cloud can provide you whatever storage you need or how much storage you need. Okay, fine. So let me just go down here without going deep into all these concepts. There is something called advanced details here. If I come down here, I have some option called user data. See, I have a script here, my friend. I'll just copy the script. This is a script using which I can configure a server as a web server. Okay, now I'll do one thing. I'll just add your names. So let me just start in the alphabetical order. Durga. I'll go with the name as Sunil. Ram. Sudhanshu. Vanita. Vinod. Shakeel. Okay, let me just add one more name to Cricket World Cup has started today. So let me just go with Virat Kohli. And let's say Rashmika. I'm just adding some extra names here. So this is a website that I'm creating. See, to create a website, what we need here, we need server hardware, we need server operating system. I have already selected server hardware and server operating system actually. Maybe you have not understood that much because this is the first time you're looking at a cloud, console, right? But I have already selected server hardware and the server operating system. And by using this script, I'm running the application actually. This application is a web application. So this is yum is a command that we use in, Linux. So I have just, created a website for you. I'll share this script in coming classes, but as of now, let me just go there and say launch instance. Let me just check it once again if everything is perfect. Yeah, fine. So I'll just say launch instance here. You know what happens here now, or what is happening here? It says successfully initiated launch of instance. So if I go to instances here now, see test web server. This is your test web server instance state. It is showing as pending. Pending means instance is creating actually. So within next maximum 30 seconds, my server will be ready. My web server will be ready. Say it is showing as running. Okay, it took me around 2 minutes actually to create this server. But you know, when I start explaining what is this security or networking or storage or monitoring and all these options, auto scaling, load balancing, elastic block store, it may take around 3 weeks actually to discuss all these things. So like I said, I am not, discussed anything. I just want to show you how things are working here. So see, my server is working here. Let me just go to details, and there is something called public IP. IP address is something like a number actually that will be there on every website. If you go and connect to Yahoo or Google or Facebook, all these websites have an IP address. So without IP address, communication is not possible. So see, what is the IP address I got on my web server? 54.253.216.186. This is the IP address I got on my server. 54.253.216.186. I can access a website by using the domain name, like google.com is a domain name. Or I can access the server by using the IP address of Google. Let me just show you once. If I go to CMD and if I say ping google.com, again, what is ping and all those things, don't worry as of now. Can you see your friends? 142.250.196.46. Actually, this is the IP address of Google. What is the number? 142.250.196.46. I just copy this number. I'll go to browser. I'll paste. Now I'm connecting to Google server by using the Google IP. See, I've connected to Google here now. Okay, they have something that is related to Cricket World Cup there. But anyhow, I have connected to Google. So 99% cases, or I think in your case, maybe if you're coming from some other background, 100% cases still now, whenever you connected to Google, you connected by using the Google name, right? Google.com, see? But we can connect to a website by using IP address also. Okay, so coming back to my web server, I have an IP. I don't have any domain name as of now, but I have an IP 54.253.216.96. I'll just copy this. I'll go to browser. I will enter the same address. Now, once I enter this address, what should happen now? We should see our names over the internet. In this particular website, we should see our names. Let us see whether the server is working or not. Can you see your name there? Right? I've just launched a web server, my friend. I've just created a web server. Now the question is, I'm sitting in my home. Do I have any physical server? No. Do I have any server operating system? No. Is there any storage? No. Is there any routers and switches? No. Are there any firewalls in my home? No. Did I spend some lakhs and crores of rupees? No. What I have here is I just have an account in AWS. Amazon Web Services. I have an account in AWS. Amazon Cloud. Creating an account in AWS is something like creating an account in Gmail or Facebook or Instagram. That is so simple. Some extra options will be there, but overall it will be like that. So I just have an account there. I have created a web server. I'm able to connect to that web server. Now let me do one thing. I'm just entering the same IP address in the chat box, 54.253.216.186. Can you please tell me if you are able to connect to that web server or not? Just copy that IP
I'm
and
not
enter in
able
the
to see.
You're not able to see?
No.
Anyone else? Let me just take one more confirmation from any other person.
Now I can see that.
Okay, so Sudhanshu can see that. From where you're joining the session, Sudhanshu, and your city, just for from which city you're joining the session? So, Sudhanshu, Vinod, you're also getting? Sagar, MP. Okay, fine. Vinod, you're also getting? Fine. Vinod, you're joining the session from which city?
Sir, good evening, sir. I am
Yeah,
joining from Chennai city.
Chennai.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Actually,
fine.
basically, Telugu. Yeah.
Okay, no problem. I just want to show you one thing, that is, I'm sitting in Hyderabad. Sudhanshu is sitting in Sagar, that is in MP, Madhya Pradesh, and Vinod is sitting in Chennai. And where is this server running actually? And our friend Sunil is joining from Kurnool. So where exactly is this server running? Sydney, right? This server is actually running in Sydney. So when I say web server, everyone should connect to the web server, right? So from Sagar, we are able to connect. From Hyderabad, we are able to connect. From Chennai, we are able to connect. From Kurnool, we can connect. From Brazil, we can connect. From, UK, we can connect. From Canada, we can connect. From Alaska, we can connect. Singapore, China, from wherever, whichever city, country you are sitting there, my friend. This is a web server. It should be allowed connection from any place. So this is what your cloud is all about. This is one of your major responsibility in cloud. Okay, friends, so this is your one of the major responsibility in cloud, creating servers and running the applications. Okay, you will not be responsible for configuring the applications. Actually, applications will be configured by different people. Like suppose if there is a file server, for example, Linux administrator will configure a file server. Web server, again, a Linux or the Windows administrator. So we have many teams actually. Your responsibility as a cloud administrator, my friend, is to access this particular console. What you see right now here is the AWS console. So access this particular console. There are multiple services available here. You should know how to use these services. You should know how to take a server. You should know how to take the storage. You should know how to take the server operating system. You should know how to provide the security for storage and the server. You should know how to increase and decrease the capacity in server and storage. So like this, we need to have all these things. Okay, there is a question here. Do we require HTML knowledge? No, there is no need to have any HTML knowledge or PHP knowledge or anything else. Okay, these servers will not be created by you and me, or means this, what we have inside the web server. Inside the web server, obviously we have some, content, right? And in most of the cases, it will be created by using HTML, program and all the other things. So no, that is not our responsibility. Our responsibility is creating the server and providing the server access to the Linux server, Linux administrator. We have different teams now. As a cloud administrator, we will be creating the servers and will be providing access to the server to the web server administrator, or an email server administrator, or a game server administrator, or a file server administrator. Listen carefully, my friend. There is absolutely no need to have any knowledge on any programming, any coding, or any scripting and all those things. As of now, without all these things, you can easily learn, understand everything in cloud. Okay, after like 3-4 years, 5 years, you'll be becoming a senior administrator. Then a company will expect a bit more from us, right? After 4-5 years of experience, you will be getting more responsibilities. So maybe then you will be learning something.
So I have a question here. So with that IP address, when we try to access this, it is showing as a not secure. So why is it like that?
It is not secure because actually I have created that by using HTTP connection. There is something called HTTP and there is something called HTTPS. Let me just show you. If you go to security here, can you see here? This port number 80 is for HTTP, Hypertext Transfer Protocol. So that is not so secure. HTTPS is one more protocol. So when you create a web server, there is a protocol there, HTTP. Can you see here? HTTP I have written here. So this is not secure protocol. So I have to go with HTTPS. That's the only reason actually. This is just a demo server, right? So we need to, like I said, we have a security concept where we need to see how we can provide security for our servers. Security concept will take around 3 classes. So let me just go back to this server again, and you can see security here. So here we will see all the details like how we can provide security, what protocols are used to provide security, what services are there, what is TCP, what is UDP, okay, what is the difference between HTTP and HTTPS. Okay, what is SSH, what is RDP? These are the things we will learn when we go with this security concept. Okay, friends, so see the server is still up and running. And where exactly is the server up and running? The server is running actually in the AWS data center, which is located in Sydney. I'll just go to this instance state. I'll just say terminate. Terminate means I'm deleting this actually. Do I need to keep the server? Answer is no. So I'm simply deleting this particular server. Just for demo purpose, I have created it, right? So the account that you create in AWS, the account has many services, many features for free. So there are no charges maybe for the services that we use. If you follow what I say here, if you follow my instructions, you will not get any, bill for your account. In case if you get any bill for a month, it will be like 50-70 rupees. Okay, so just follow what I try to show you here. If you will not get any bill. So to do practicals of AWS, actually, you just need a computer, desktop, laptop, whatever. You just need a computer with an internet connection. Let me just write down here. Okay, so what is the requirement here to learn? To do practicals, actually. To learn, you need any bachelor's degree. That's more than enough. So for practicals, you need a computer, desktop or laptop, anything. Then internet connection. And the third one is you need AWS account. It is called free tier account. It is free. The account that I'm using right now is also free. This account is also free actually. Okay, but if you use some services which are not under free tier limits, let me just show you the bill. This is already October, right? Let us see how much bill I got in the month of September. I'll show all these details in coming sessions, but as of now, let me just check, because I need to pay bill. If I'm not paying bill for like 3 months, they will deactivate my account. Okay, this is October, so I need to go to September here. Okay, $0.24. So in Indian rupees, it will be, around 20-30 rupees actually. That's it. That much money I have to pay to these AWS people. From September 1 to September 30, 2023, how much I got here? Grand total is $0.024. So you can imagine how much it will be, around 30 rupees, I guess, maximum 30 rupees with taxes and all those things. So that much I have to pay for the month of September. And I'll be using this account actually in many different classes, right? So if you follow what I say here, you will not get any charges. See, 20, 30, 50 rupees, I don't think we can count it as some money for a month, right? Especially when you're learning such a big technology, it's not a big deal for us to pay like 100 rupees maybe. Okay, and in case if you are getting more bill, I'll tell you what to do in that case. So don't worry, you just need to have this account here. That is more than enough. Computer and internet is quite common nowadays. You just need to have this AWS account. So how to create AWS account, that I'll show you in our coming classes. Done. So let me just go back to my AWS.
So, but the script, you have provided one script, right, while creating that website. So how about that? What is it script actually? Is it in Linux?
Okay, these are the Linux commands actually.
Mm-hmm.
So like I said, most of the people who learn AWS, they don't have much knowledge of Linux.
Yes.
Okay, so just to make things easier for them, I have taken this particular script. If I ask you to configure AWS, if I ask you to configure web server in a Linux server, that will be like too much. People who know the Linux server administration, they can do this. So this script we are using only to launch the server and to connect to the server, and we need to satisfy like, okay, our server is ready, our server is working. That's it. In reality, what we do here is, as a cloud administrator, let me just add down here, cloud admin will create, let's say, general terminology, virtual server. You will create a virtual server. The server that I have created in Sydney region is actually a virtual server. And you know what Linux administrator will do? or for that matter, the Windows administrator, configure application. So in this example, I have showed you how to configure the application by using a script, and I have created a web server. I have created a virtual server. That's it. Okay, so I have done both for you, but in reality, work will be different. That is the reason I said before yesterday, I think yesterday also, if you know the Linux administration also, that is added advantage. But our work is managing the AWS console, and Linux administrator work is to manage the Linux servers. Okay. Let me do one more thing for you. Let me just create a Linux server. I'm not creating any web server there. I'll just create a normal server there, and I will connect to that particular server. So let's say test Linux server. AWS Linux, everything will be same. Please, excuse me for this, for not explaining. Actually, it's not possible for me to explain everything today. Like I said, every topic may take 1 class, 2 class, half an hour, 3 days, 4 days, something like this. Okay, I have just launched this server with some basic settings. I will connect to this server now. Let us make things more interesting now. See, I have created this server. It is still showing pending, but within next 10 seconds, actually, this server will come up. Okay. I have seen one participant here, Dhruva, if I'm pronouncing your name properly. This is our third demo session, my friend. I think you're joining for today itself, and this is your first session, if I'm not wrong. And if you want to go through all the previous sessions, hopefully the management will share the details with you. You can simply go through the sessions, and you can come to me again tomorrow, hopefully, for any questions or queries and all those things. Okay, so as of now, I'm not sure how much you can understand, but just try to stay here for another 10-15 minutes. Hopefully we'll finish this in next 10 minutes. And if you have any doubts, hopefully we can talk on those things. Okay, fine. So I'll do one thing. I'll just connect to this machine. Okay, again, it is a very big explanation for me to, go through these things. Sydney, right? Yeah. I'm just doing something here. I'm connecting to this server actually. You know where I am now? Actually, I am in this Linux server which I have created in Sydney. Any Linux commands, actually, any basic Linux commands? Anyone? I can execute those commands here. Who am I? I am the root user. Yeah, Dhruva, you can review the old videos actually. Thanks for that. Okay, I'm the root user. Any other command? Anyone, please? If you know any basic command, also I can execute. ls, I don't think it will show you anything here. Okay, Dhruva has pretty good knowledge actually. I can say man command and all those things. Okay, fine. I'll do one thing. Touch file 1 dot 1.11. Now if I say ls here, my friend, you know what I did here? I have just created totally 11 files here. Now what I want to show you here is what I did as a cloud administrator was I have created this server, and I have allowed Linux administrator to connect to this particular server. And what Linux administrator will do? He will do a yum install something. He will install this yum. There will be some more commands actually, but I just want to show you this yum install. See, if I go to this script that I showed you, can you see here yum install or yum update, whatever? This is our yum install. So instead of installing the server in Linux, I have just used this script and I have installed the particular server. I'll share this script in coming classes so that when you do the practicals, it will be easy for you to execute all the commands and execute all these, applications and all those things. So this server is actually running in cloud in Sydney data center. I'll say okay again. I'll go back to my AWS console, EC2 instances. I'll select this instance which is running right now. I'll go to instance state. I'll just say terminate. So instance will be terminated. See, if I again go back to launch instance here, you can see one number there actually. Can you see number 1? If I say number 1, 2, 3, within next couple of minutes actually 123 servers will be ready for me. I'm taking this 123 servers from Sydney. Let's say your company is in India. You can go with Mumbai region or Hyderabad region. Let's say my company is somewhere in Hyderabad. I can go to Hyderabad region. I have just connected to Hyderabad now. That's it. From the Sydney data center, now I'm connected to the Hyderabad data center. So if I create a server now, the server will be created in Hyderabad data center. Such a simple and easy move here, right? From is Sydney data center to the Hyderabad data center. So if it is Sydney data center or Hyderabad data center, the options what you see here, these options will remain same. Options will not change. The only thing that will change here is you're changing your data center, my friend. Done. You're changing your data center. So according to your business, you should select a data center and you should configure everything inside the data center. Okay, so let me just go back to Sydney data center again. I hope I have deleted everything. Instances. Yeah, both the machines are terminated. So the web server is terminated as well as the machine that I have created, that is also terminated. So if I refresh here, I will not see this Durga, Sunil, Ram and all our names actually there, which I have added in that web server. So these names will be, the web server is not working, right? So obviously I cannot connect to the web server now. So see how easy and how simple it is for us to manage cloud. See, for example, just imagine you are starting a business, for example. To run a business, you need some applications, some servers actually, so that you can store your data, your emails, your applications and all those things. So there are two options for you. One option is you need to buy all this infrastructure, servers, routers, switches, racks, firewalls. You need to spend crores of rupees. Your business is although a small business, let's say a startup. If it is just a startup, still it will, take some crores of rupees. Now, instead of spending those lakhs and crores of Indian rupees, you can go to this Amazon people, you can create an account in Amazon and you can start using the servers. I have just created 2 servers. I have shut down the 2 servers. Did I paid any money? No. In the month of September, I was taking many batches actually. I have created many servers, maybe like, some hundreds of servers maybe I have created in the month of September. Did I paid any money? No. That is the advantage of cloud, my friend. You just need to use them and whatever is your usage, according to your usage, you have to pay. I'll give a very basic example. See, everyone will have electricity in their home. From where we are getting electricity? From the electricity department, right? Now just imagine a scenario, my friend. If you want your electricity, you should generate your own electricity. You know how electricity will be generated? We need to have many transformers and lot of big infrastructure should be there. How difficult it will be for every one of us actually to generate our own electricity. So we are taking electricity from a department and we are paying money every month. Whatever is our consumption, whatever electricity we are using, according to that much we are paying money. Maybe this month I got 400 rupees as a bill. Maybe next month I can get 3000 as a bill because that will be my consumption there. So the cloud is something like your electricity department. We just need to connect there. We just need to use, and whatever is our usage, we need to pay. Have you ever seen anyone is, getting 3 lakh rupees or 4 lakh rupees as electricity bill for month? If you see that may be like a shopping mall maybe, but for our, our general purpose, our house purpose, do you see anyone getting that much bill? No. Okay, so cloud computing is such a beautiful concept, my friend, where companies like Amazon, Microsoft, Google I'm just naming these 3 companies. There are many cloud providers, but I'm just naming Amazon, Microsoft, Google, because these 3 companies are more than enough for me to explain you how big and how important is cloud computing. So companies like Amazon, Microsoft, Google are providing cloud computing services to their customers. They are saying, listen, come to us. We have data centers. Use our data centers and run your applications, store your data. Now, what company will do? They will search for a person who knows how to create a server in cloud, how to store the data in cloud, how to terminate them, how to increase, how to decrease. They are looking for a person who can do all these activities and all this work for us. So next coming 45 to 50 days, that is what we are learning here, my friend. That is what we'll be learning here. We will see how we can create a server, how we can manage them, like how we can provide security, what are the networking details we need to learn, like IP addressing and all those things, different storage technologies, monitoring tools, status check, all these things we'll try to understand in our coming classes. Auto scaling, load balancer, elastic block store. Okay, some more services will be here, like VPCs, S3, IAM, identity and access management, CloudWatch, SNS. These are the services you should learn so that a company can hire you as a cloud administrator, and you'll be providing your cloud administration services to that particular company. So literally today, the date is 5th October 2023. Every company, every person on the face of the earth is connected to cloud in one way or the other way. There are some companies which are completely on cloud. There are some companies which are using hybrid method. Some servers on cloud, some servers within the company. But literally we cannot find any company or any person who is not connected to cloud. You and me right now at this moment, the time is 8:49 p.m. India Standard Time. You and me are connected to cloud actually. We are using GoToMeeting. Where is this GoToMeeting application running? It is running somewhere in cloud. So literally everyone is connected. So I just want to say one thing in a friendly way. So this is the last demo session, right? I just want to say one thing loud and clear here. If you have decided to go with cloud computing as your career, you have selected a great career for yourself. When to learn, where to learn, with whom to learn, that is up to you. But you have selected a very great career. Okay, with cloud computing, there are some more things you'll be learning in coming months and years actually. That's a part and parcel of any career. But cloud computing will be there for rest of your life. Like I said, in the year 2023 also, if you're working somewhere, you'll be working in a technology or somewhere which is related to cloud. This is such a big and beautiful career, my friend. Okay, so that's it from me for the demos actually. And I'm here for you for your questions and if there are any queries and all those things. Okay, so we have another like 2-3 minutes, or let's say 5 minutes. We can have the discussion about questions and then we can hopefully sign off. And people who want to join this course, actually, I'll be taking this course at 8 p.m. right? Yeah, 8 p.m. every day. And if you need more details, you can simply call on this number. These are your WhatsApp numbers, as well as you can call on this number, so you can get all the details here. Okay, so anything else, any questions? I'm available for you now.
Sir, I have one or two questions with me. Sir, what is the does AWS cloud practitioner, the certification people will get the fair compensation as compared to other streams?
Fee compensation? I did not understand your question.
No. Salary compensation.
Which compensation?
Salary compensation.
Salary. I
As
just heard
compared
about.
to other.
Yeah. I just heard something else actually. Okay, fine. See here. Like I said, there are many cloud providers, but for last 12 years, 13 years, see, cloud started generating more, business in last 6-7 years actually. From 2006, actually, it started gaining more popularity. But if you go and see these survey in last 12 years actually, AWS people have more market share compared to any other. See, the competition of AWS, that is Amazon, is with Microsoft and Google. See, it is something like we are competing between Sachin Tendulkar and Virat Kohli, right? It's not a, they are not small companies. Amazon, Microsoft, Google, my friend, these are two big companies to imagine, right? So these companies have competition. That forgot about IBM and Oracle and DigitalOcean and Cisco, VMware, all the other companies. I'm just talking about these three companies. AWS is the #1 company in last 12 years. Before 12 years, I think there was no survey actually. So whenever we see any survey, AWS is #1. Coming to this salary difference or salaries actually, see, more or less salaries will be same in cloud, whether you're working on the AWS platform or the Google cloud platform or Microsoft Azure platform. Salaries, more or less, it will be same. But the thing is, in which particular platform we have more opportunities? That should be the actual question. Salary wise, more or less, you are same. But more job opportunities will be obviously in Amazon Web Services because major market share is with Amazon.
No, sir, not about this comparison to GCP or Microsoft Azure. I'm asking related to another because yesterday I'm searching for the salary for cloud practitioner, and it shows me the range between the 1.5 lakh to 5 lakh or 7 lakh approximately. So this is
Okay, fine. So I actually answered the question that also much more needed actually. Okay, fine. Let me just come to your question. Like, in AWS or in any platform, we have different levels, right? Like practitioner will be there, or, architect will be there, or, expert level will be there. So how much will be the difference between these, different levels, right? See, there is no proper answer for this, my friend. The reason is it depends on your company where you're working. On average, let's say a practitioner will be getting, let's say, between 3 to, let's say, 6, 7, or up to 8 also. I have seen people, they are getting around 10 also, only on this practitioner certification. So it depends on the company. So on average, let us say between 3 to 6 per annum will be for practitioner. And for, if you go with like, L2, that is, let's say your solution architect level, then you'll be getting between like say 10 to 12 or 14 or 16. And if you go up to like expert level, I have seen people, they are getting 25, 28 also per annum. Okay, but it all depends. Your same resume, same profile, same work, companies are different, your salary will be different for sure, my friend. Okay, but as of now, as a fresher, again, obviously we are working here, we are making a career for salaries and monies and all those things, but for at least for 1 year or 18 months, you should not think more about salaries. After like 18 months or 2 years of experience, then you can demand salary. This is my personal suggestion actually. But still, if you want to get the differences, this will be the differences actually. Every job, they have like multiple levels. So after getting the experience only, your salaries will hike.
okay. And another thing, sir, does data engineering helps in this particular AWS, or these are the two different poles apart?
See, cloud can help you in data engineering actually, because there will be some tools which are related to data engineering. But data engineering, I don't think it will work in any way in cloud. We have databases here, but databases will be a bit different and data engineering will be a bit different, right? No.
Okay.
If you are coming
So,
from, yeah,
yeah,
please.
please go ahead. Go ahead.
No, nothing. Please continue your question.
So, as you mentioned earlier, like expert level or any advanced level, will the content will be same or do we need to learn anything more for that? If you gain any 2 or 3 years experience, if you want to go to any advanced or expert level, so do we need any more expertise or any other skills than this
Excellent.
or?
Yeah, excellent question. These services will be common for everyone. If I name some services actually, let me just write down some services here. Let's say service like EC2, VPC, S3, IAM, CloudWatch, services related with storage, services related with security. These are the services which are common in every company. So if you are a fresher, you will be working somewhere here. If you are an experienced person with 10 years of experience also, you'll be working here. But you know, my friend, a fresher has very limited work on EC2 compared to a person who is having the expert knowledge. Let's say 5 years, 6 years of experience. At the end of the day, service will be same. These are the common services. But you know, as a expert level, maybe you will be learning more services, or maybe not, maybe actually you'll be learning more services for sure. If I count 20 services that we are learning in this particular course, how many? 20 services. These 20 services are for fresher as well as for experienced person. That is the one thing. The second thing is, a fresher has very limited control on a service like EC2. EC2 is one of these 20 services, right? But he has very limited control. But experienced person has more control on this. That is the one thing, right? But as an experienced person, maybe you have knowledge on, let us say, 40 services. Now, what to do with the next 20 services? How to learn these extra 20 services? Listen, my friend, if you know these services actually and some more services that you are learning here, remaining services you can learn by yourself. Got it? Remaining services you can learn by yourself. For example, if you go and talk to a particular chef, actually a cook, a person who cooks your food and all these things, did he or she learn all the dishes actually? No, they may know how to cook 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dishes. So the next dish he or she can see, and they can cook that particular dish easily because they know what is happening there, right? The remaining dishes they can cook easily. So if you know these 20 services, you are working as a cloud administrator for sure. But the other services that you know after like 3 years and 4 years, did you learn those services from any trainer or in a classroom and all those things? No, my friend, you'll be learning those things for yourself. That much, you know, understanding you will get about this cloud. Okay,
Thank you.
fine. So you'll be having more knowledge. Obviously, you'll be getting more services. You'll be learning more services. But you know, things will be more easy for you. Next, actually, 2 months. Let's say 45 to 50 days of our course, and extra 10 days for your, you know, practicals and all those things. Next 2 months are the most important for you, my friend. If you can, you know, pass these 2 months with a bit extra dedication and extra hard work, the coming months and years will be like very smooth for you for sure. You know, actually the hardest time of your career you'll be spending with a trainer, with me or with any XYZ person, with whomever you're learning this course. The toughest time of your career will be the starting couple of months, and that you'll be spending with a trainer actually. Then you're on your own. I have learned many services on my own actually. I have not taken any support from Amazon or anywhere. Okay, so we still have another couple of minutes. Hopefully, if there are questions, we will take. Or else, like I said, this is the last demonstration, especially Dhruva and our friend Sunil who joined today. You can just go through the recorded sessions, my friend. And if you have any doubts, you can come to me at any time. And if you want to talk to the management for any other details, you have these numbers actually. You can call on these numbers and they will share all the other details with you. Okay, so before we sign off, like I said, if you've already decided to go with cloud as your career, my friend, you have selected a great career. Okay, and you can see a lot of scope, job wise, salary wise, lot of hikes will be there. Opportunities wise, go to any country, anywhere. Obviously, you have many opportunities for this.
So, day before yesterday, I have asked you about analytics. So you showed me that analytics was used here as well. You showed me into the account here. How that can be used, sir? Can you give me some idea?
Analytics. These are the services that are related with analytics. You have any idea of analytics, my friend? Means you have done any courses or any knowledge on this?
Sir, I have worked on data analyst position with OYO.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I have understanding to SQL, Power BI, Tableau, and basic of Python.
Okay, see here. When you go with your course, any course, you'll be starting from the administration part. So what we are learning in next 45-50 days is administration part. After completing administration part, you have some specializations like security, analytics, or networking. All these are the specializations. So you simply cannot learn this analytics or anything else without, understanding the administration part. Okay. So my work as a cloud administrator is I am from the administration part, and every person should learn the administration part before they move into like say securities or, any other platform. So analytics is for those people who are related with this particular technology. That is not for me. Blockchain is for those people who are related with blockchain. That is not for me. Okay. Internet of Things is for those people who are related with Internet of Things, IoTs. Machine learning is for those, the services that we have in machine learning. This is for those people who are in machine learning.
Okay.
Robotics are for those people who are in robotics. What is for me? For me, it is administration. So this is what you should know first. This is what you should know first, and you can go into the other, specialized courses if in case you are interested in those courses actually. So whatever I said in last 3 classes is all about administration. Yeah.
So after going to the administration part, if somebody can utilize it for analytics also, so this can be used.
Exactly. That is what it is all about, my friend.
Okay.
Okay, so first this, then all the other things, whatever or whichever service or whichever, technology you are interested in, you can go with those things actually. Administration is a major part. Then the other specialized services. Not only in AWS actually, if you go with Microsoft or Google or any other cloud platform, all these things. I'm not sure, like, in Microsoft and Google, you will see this many services. No, AWS has more services compared to any other cloud platform. There are approximately 200 cloud services in Amazon Web Services. This is one of the reason actually why AWS is more famous. I think the second number is of Microsoft, where there are around 50-60 services. Such a big difference, my friend. Okay. So this is machine learning, and if you want to learn about this machine learning, first you should go with this Amazon administration part, then you can go with the specialized course.
Actually, sir, my question is that this whatever the said skill I said, so we can utilize here itself after administration course.
Exactly, that is what I am saying,
This
my
could
friend.
be helpful, or that can. Okay.
That is what I am saying, my friend.
Okay.
Developers tool here, many people will come. I'm not sure whether any person is there in my class who is coming from the developers background. Many people will come from the developers background, and they say like, I'm working as a Python developer or Java developer, and my company is asking me to learn AWS. Many people will come and say this in like at least 8 out of 10 batches actually. Okay, so I repeat again. First, you should go with this administration part, then you can go with those specialization part. For next 50 years, you can, be in this AWS only. That many things are there here, my friend. And I can say this with 100% guarantee. There is no one on the face of the earth who can work on all these services. That is literally not needed, my friend. Every, service is designed for something actually. Every service is designed for a particular reason. So whatever people are coming to this AWS, they are coming for a reason. Machine learning people are coming for machine learning. Quantum technologies, which is like again a very famous thing nowadays. People are coming for this quantum technologies, robotics for robotics, blockchain for blockchain, analytics for analytics. Okay, so when the actual classes will start, see, for last couple of days, although it was demo, but we have seen many things. So every class will be like a class. Every demo is like a session actually. But officially tomorrow we'll be starting the classes. That is, 6th of October at same time, 8 p.m. India Standard Time. Again, tomorrow they will change your link, my friend. So if you want to get the new link, please try to contact them on this particular number. Yeah, 8 p.m. throughout the course. I'm not changing the session, changing the time here. 8 p.m. it will be throughout the course. Okay. So that's it for the day, and that's it for all these demos, friends. Good luck for your career and take care of your health. And if you want to start your journey in cloud computing, this is the course that we have designed for people who are coming from XYZ background, or people who are freshers, or people who are having experience and all those things. Okay, so this is a course we have designed for all those things. And if you want to go with any specialization, again, you just need to complete the administration part, then we have to go with the specialization part. Done. So that's it from my side, and hopefully after a couple of days I'll be sharing some WhatsApp numbers, actually my number, so that if you have any doubt when you do practicals and all those things, you can be in contact with me through that WhatsApp number. Done. So that's it for the day, and that's it for all these demos. Good luck for your careers, and hope to see you again tomorrow at same time in our regular classes. Yeah, thanks a lot, friends. Bye. Thank you.